Hey friends, welcome back to Llama Mama Kayla's Yarn Tube. I'm Kayla. Thanks for stopping by and visiting with me today, seeing what I am up to today. So, last night I left off where I needed to finish up the arms for this little koala guy. And let me just show you what I've got here. 1, 2, 3, 4 arms. I dropped one piece in just a second. One, 2 ears, and a belly patch. So I'm ready to put him together. But I just automatically started crocheting. When I finished the 4th arm, I just started crocheting on the little chick. And so I'm just playing around and got busy crocheting it. And now I'm almost finished with it. It's time to close it up after I stuff it. And I still got to do 2 wings and a beak. And so I just thought I'd come on and chat with you guys while I was working on that. What are you up to today? What kind of project are you working on, if you're working on one at all? Sometimes we just need to take a break and, don't have a project going. Because we might just need a break day. And that's perfectly fine. But what is going on in your world today? And what do you have planned for this week? What's going on? Hold on one second. I'm sorry, I need a cough. I've got that feeling where, like something is hung up in my throat, like mucus, and I can't seem to cough hard enough to loosen it. Anyway, so I've been dealing with that. And I don't know which project I'm going to do next. I need to put some things together because I have some situations like this going on where I have my pieces. I just need to put them together. So I have that going on, and I don't know. I just need to figure out, am I going to put pieces together? Am I going to start another project? Who knows? Who knows? But I decided I'm just going to record every day, whatever I'm doing, whatever I'm working on, and bring you guys along with me for whatever I'm working on. In whatever order it's going, Sometimes things just don't go in order. I might work on this, jump and work on this. I might work on something else and then come back to that. Who knows? I'm not on any kind of contract with anyone where I have to work on a certain project or finish a certain project by any kind of deadline. So basically, I'm just doing whatever I feel like doing that day. That is the best for me. And I think I got this pretty well stuffed. It could probably use a little bit more at the end. But I got just a decrease row. I am going to put a stitch marker right here, just so I'll know where I started on these decreases. Yeah. And I'm going to decrease all the way around. Try not to get too much stuffing pulling through on that, but sometimes it's, you can't help it. Sometimes you can't help it. So what are you guys watching on, TV, or you streaming or whatever? You got something you're watching? I don't have anything in particular I'm watching. I am watching something my son wanted me to watch, and I'm not just going to recommend it because I have not got far enough into it to know what it's even about. It's weird. I don't think it's my cup of tea. But then he asked me, I watched a little bit of episode 1. I was just like, I don't want to watch this. And I turned it off. And then he asked me, like how far I got. And I told him what was going on in it when I turned it off. And then he's like, keep watching it. You hadn't even got into it yet. And then last night I talked to him and he said, did you watch any more? And I was like, no. So I gotta try to watch a little of this show. And like I said, I'm not saying the name of the show because I don't know that I recommend it or not. And it seems to be a weird show. Not my cup of tea. But I'm gonna try to give it a little bit of go. I might, if it turns out to be a, okay show, I might say the name of it later. But right now, I'm just, don't know what's happening. The things we do for our kids. Anyway, one more decrease and then I can cinch it up here and close it. My son Elijah, he works graveyard as security at a apartment complex, and so he is just sitting in a vehicle all night long. Just sitting in a vehicle, and that's all he's doing. And so I talk to him at night. I think it's my job to keep him awake. He says he don't have a problem staying awake, but then sometimes he does say I'm so tired. But I talk to him at night while he's at work, and it's I call it keeping him awake. He probably just calls it us visiting and chatting and having a good time. Because we talk about anything and everything. And I gotta do 2 wings out of this. And I gotta find my orange and do my beak out of orange. So, I'm just gonna pull this yarn through, thread it, and run it through the loop so I can kind of cinch it up a little. And this is supposed to be egg shape, and I think it did come out that way. It's accomplished the egg shape, so I'm happy with that. I don't think I'm gonna stuff it anymore. I think it's good. I did use a 6, no, I used a 5, sorry. I used a 5mm on this. These patterns, and this is the Woobles patterns, they do call for a 4 hook, a size 4 hook. I'm not comfortable using a 4 right now. Eventually, I do want to get down to using a 4, but right now, I'm just using a 5 because I just need it to be easy for me, and I just didn't want to fight with trying to use a 4. Who knows, after I've made a few of these, I might try to use a 4, but with my hand situation, just a 5 is easier for me. I could probably use the 4, and I probably will eventually. I know I will eventually, but right now I'm just trying to, keep it easy and enjoyable and not have to fight my project. I get tired of that. And I'm using this Wooble yarn on here. Well, this came from Amazon. It is called Easy Yarn, Beginner Yarn, something like that. And I'll leave a link in the description box below. And also I'm using like the Woobles Easy Peasy yarn. And the reason why I'm using those yarns on some small amigurumis is because the yarn doesn't split. And I need something that just makes something easier for me. As I had said in another video somewhere, I don't know what day it went out, but I had said in another video that the yarn with twisted fibers, such as this right here, you know, it's strands twisted together. Because I don't have good tension anymore, that just splits on me so bad. And so I end up doing each stitch 3 and 4 times sometimes, because the yarn splits and I have to redo it and pull it out and redo it. Just trying to get it, you know, where the yarn didn't split. This yarn is like a tube. And so it doesn't split, and it just makes it so much easier for me. And I'm thankful for that. I'm thankful to be able to use this yarn and not have to fight it. Now, I did make this fox from a Woobles kit, and I think those little kits are great for beginners. And I enjoyed it. I really did enjoy it. I enjoyed the project. I enjoyed the yarn. And so I ordered some yarn off of Amazon. And I got some from Joann's. Some of the Easy Peasy yarn. The Woobles brand from Joann's. And I ordered this from Amazon. And actually, I made that blue one with some I got from Amazon, and that's what I have left over. Plus, I did make 5 arms, just a cat stole one of them. And so, that's what I had left over after 5 arms. So, here is the little chick thing. And I love that. I might eventually get a couple more of the Woobles kits, because there are some of those little kits that are super, super cute, and that's the only place to get that little pattern. So I may do that later. You know, I might have a request or something to Big Daddy or something. That, you know, I want a certain project, one of those little kits. Because that's the only place you can get that pattern. And, anyway. I like my little egg shape. Chick. Like I said, I gotta do the arms for it and a beak. And then it'll be done. Oh, it's getting warm in here. I'm gonna take a break and see what I need to do to cool off. I am finishing up wing 1 for my little chick. And give a little bit of a tail to sew it closed. And that will just go on my little chick right here. So I have one more wing and a beak. Oh, it's going to be cute. I love these little small size amigurumis. Okay, so now I gotta do my other wing. And sometimes it is hard for me to get little small pieces going, and they're usually tedious, but you know, I'm just doing my best, doing what I can to enjoy, you know, my crocheting and the process and all that kind of stuff. I think after this, I'm going to go take a little nap and get me a little bit of sleep. I don't feel too well. Like I said, my you know, I need to go just like drink some hot apple cider or something and try to loosen this up in my throat and cough real good. And then go take a little nap. Okay, I think this is 2. 1, 2. Well. And 4. Yeah, sometimes this gets a little, you know, hard to do with small pieces like this. 3, 4. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. I need to double up my stitches here, so I may have to count while I do this. I know I'm going to have to. One, 2, 3 and 4. Now 5 and 6. Oh, come on, come on. Now this will be 5 and 6. I still got to do 7 and 8, I believe. And so I'm going to grab it right here. And go for 7 and 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good job. My hands are just like screaming. My little fingers are screaming. This little finger over here. But I want to get this done and over with. So I need to do a single crochet in each round. Just one, so just going around it. Yeah, don't forget to tell me below what project you're working on today, if you're working on a project. And it doesn't have to be crochet. You could be working on something, you know, another hobby, or hey, you might be doing laundry today. Better you than me. But but sometimes we have to do those things, right? Yep. Sometimes we have to do housework and those things around the house to keep the house running. Big Daddy did laundry last night. He does his laundry on Sunday nights to get his clothes and stuff ready for the week. Gets everything washed up. Alright, here we go. Now, I just gotta turn it because it was curling up on me. So I gotta turn my wing away. Now, I'm gonna stuff that little beginning strand where I started my chains, stuff that in the wing. Yeah. Now I am going to take a nap, and I'll be back later to do that beak. Alright, but guess what, guys? Guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to hide all these little parts. Because I know what will happen if I don't. So I am going to take all these and put them under something, or something on top of them rather, so that they don't run off, because my little projects will run off with Sissy if we're not careful. Hey guys, so I'm still working on my little chick, and I've made my wings, and so now I need to make my beak, and I'm going to use the Easy Peasy Wooble yarn. This color is Orange You Glad. So I'm going to take this off. I thought I had some scissors handy, but maybe I don't. Let me see. There they are. But I know I want to make sure I don't cut my yarn. Okay. And there is a pattern on the inside of the yarn for a lemon. Easy Peasy Lemon Squeezy. That's what it says. And there's a little pattern there for that. I haven't made that lemon yet. I have made a lemon before out of a book. So it's probably about the same. You can only make one so many different ways. Okay, so this orange is really pretty. It is bright. And that is solid. Now, if you wanted to know, I'm sorry I didn't tell this. That is 164 yards. And those little balls that I buy on Amazon, these are 50 grams. Now, I don't know how many yards 50 grams is. I guess it would depend on the weight of the yarn, but I don't know. But I will say that these little balls are enough to complete and have leftover. This is what I have left over of the blue, and I've done all the koalas parts plus one arm, and then that's what I have left over. I could probably do another chick with this. But anyway, now I'm going to work on the beak. And let's see. Let's see what I got going on here. The beak. And I am going to leave a link in the description box below to the pattern for this chick. So you can make it out of regular four-weight yarn. You can make it out of blanket yarn, bulky yarn, Easy Peasy yarn, whatever yarn you have on hand. You don't have to use this yarn. So, you know, it takes me a second to get started on projects because I have to really make my hands do what I need them to do. And sometimes they don't want to participate. They want to do their own thing. But I am so thankful that this yarn isn't splitting. Because when it's splitting, I have to do all these stitches multiple times. And it does get aggravating. And sometimes I just need something to be easy. And this yarn is easy for me in that sense. And it would be great for a beginner because they can see their stitches really well. Okay. So I only got to do this twice. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. It just looks like I have way more stitches than I have. But I don't know. I'm just going to try to wing it right here. And do a single crochet. And then the next one, do an increase. And this is turning, but I'm going to use something in a moment to flip it back. And so now I just gotta do a single crochet and an increase again, and the beak will be done. I do struggle at times, you know, but it's part of it. Okay, that is the end of that. All right. Now I'm going to push this curled end. So I've got to push it right side out. I'm going to get a hook with a rubber back to help do that. I just need these stitches to come down, form the little beak. And I'm going to take these two and tie them together. That was my starting tail and my ending tail. I'm just going to tie them in a little knot and stuff them inside the beak. You don't stuff the wings or the beak with polyfill, but it's not going to hurt to stuff them with the endings of this, maybe. If I can get the stuff to go, get the strands to go in there. The cup may not be big enough, actually. And I'm going to have to trim it because it is not big enough, deep enough for all that to go in there. But, whoa. Oh, I'm going to lose it. I'm going to lose that thing. Let's see, this right here, I need to, kind of close this off. I didn't want to take a needle and scissors to do it, so that's why I'm kind of like, oh, what am I doing? I didn't want to take a needle and scissors. I didn't want to take a needle and thread it and do all this. I just want to, I just wanted to do something kind of like that. And I'm going to go in on this side. And pull yarn through. And essentially I'm just kind of sewing it together, but just using my little crochet hook to pull the yarn through. I'm having to go to the edge of the desk to do that. Now, by all means, if you can use a needle and thread, a needle and the yarn or whatever, you can totally do this and do it quickly. And I'm just doing it this way because this is the way I need to do it. Alright, and I'm going to snip my little wing. And let me see about this right here. Where is the... this looks a little odd. And it's just going to go in there like that. It's nothing fancy. Okay, so this right here, I need to just pull this yarn through so I can kind of close this off. Again, I gotta go to the edge of my desk so I can lay my hand on that and pull the yarn through. Sometimes we just gotta do what we gotta do. These hands, they get aggravating sometimes. Sometimes I just want to like scream at them, you know. Do what they're supposed to do. It gets funny sometimes. So basically, I'm just kind of sewing this shut without using a needle. Okay. And I'm just going to trim that. And next, we're going to put this puppy together. Puppy. It's not a puppy. It's a chick. We're going to put this chick together. Alright, I have my hot glue gun heating up. Okay, so I'm using hot glue to put my little chick together. The trick to using hot glue is you use a tiny bit. You don't just glob it on. You don't squeeze this real hard. You just dab it. The less is best. You can always add more, but you can't take away. So, be easy. Be easy with it. I'll get me a drink of Coke. That's what I'm drinking today. I usually drink sweet tea, but Big Daddy didn't make me any this morning. He must not have had time. So I'm having a drink Coke. Alright, so the nose I'm just going to put on right here. It says around row 13. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That would have been way down there. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I know that don't say that. No, it says row 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So it's saying right up in here, and I believe that. Right up in there somewhere. And I'm just going to plop it on. If it ends up a little crooked, you know what? That just gives him a little bit of character. And I'm not going to stress over that. No stressing. This is totally a no stress project for reals. No, I'm just not going to stress over, you know, amigurumi or, you know, crochet project or piece or whatever. I'm doing this for fun. And I just pulled that out. I'll be doggone it. Oh, goodness. I don't know why I did that. I was trying to not do that. All right. Trying to get that at a good shape to plop it on there. And I'm going to count down again. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So anywhere below this, that's more in the center, I believe. So somewhere right up in there. But I think my my little piece isn't doing right here, and my hook is pulling it. Alright, I'm going to trim that off a little bit more because it's wanting to come out the end of the nose, and that looks goofy. Alright, now we're cooking. Okay, so I'm just going to put a little bit of yarn on this. I'm trying to get this in a position. Okay, I'm just putting a little bit of glue on that, and I'm just going to put it right here. I'm going to kind of hold it on there for a second so that that glue can cool and start to, you know, stick, dry as it cools off. Lots of people have asked me about the hot glue. It doesn't matter what kind of hot glue gun you use. That's not the trick. The trick is a bit of glue. Don't glob it. Just be real easy. Take your time. Less is best. So there's my little beak, and it looks a little deformed, but it's okay. It looks a lot deformed. I don't know how well y'all can see that, but it does look a little deformed there. Alright, and then I'm going to put my wings. I'm going to put one over here. Let's see. Does it say where to place the wings? Nope. It doesn't say. But I'm going to use a needle here just to put, I know I want to put it on the row kind of under the beak, and not too far to the front and not too far to the back. So I'm just marking where I know I want it to be, like past that, right? And I'm gonna kind of count right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so I think that would be cool if I was actually to get them in these spots that I have marked. I think it will work out great. So I'm gonna put some glue on this, and I'm just gonna stick it right there. I'm putting it back behind my little needle where I marked, you know, where I don't want it to come in front of. I want it to go behind that. The other thing about hot glue is once you stick it on, it's there. You can't remove it. You can't remove the hot glue from your yarn. So you want to, you know, use needles, stitch markers, anything you have to mark where you're going to place your pieces, because once they're there, they're there. There's no, oh, I made a mistake. Alright. Now over here on this side, same thing. I just need to get this in a position where I can work with it good. And I'm just going to put it right there and hold it there for a minute to let my glue start drying as it cools off. So I completed the little chick today, and like I said, I'm going to leave a pattern link in the description box below. I'm also going to leave a link to this yarn on Amazon in case you're interested in that. But you can totally make this little chick out of worsted weight yarn, bulky yarn, blanket yarn, whatever yarn you have on hand that you want to make a little amigurumi with. It will be just fine. Oh, look, I gave mine little purple glittery eyes. I don't know how well you can see that on screen, but she does have some little glittery eyes. And I like how it turned out. I'll probably be making this again. I want to make it in maybe some Premier chunky yarn. Maybe some big twist posh, different things. But anyway, there's my little chick. Let me see, I forgot the chick's name. All these little critters have names, but I forgot. What does it say? I'm sorry, I'm not seeing it on here. I know, like, if you was to buy the kit, it would tell the name. Well, I'm totally missing the name if it's on here because I'm trying to scan really fast to, you know, to tell you. Anyway, it's an Easter chick by the Woobles. Alright, look for the links below. Okay, I looked up the little chick's name. It is Kiki, the chick. Okay, so thanks for joining me today. I appreciate you all hanging out with me while I worked on my project and got it completed. Remember, it's a beautiful day to crochet. I hope you enjoy your day and find something that brings you happiness. See you in the next video, friends.